Listen to me. I want you to sit down and pay close attention because we are talking about your security. We are talking about the safety net you have worked your entire life to build. I see it all the time, people who are 50, 60, or 65 years old, and their bodies are starting to break down. You've worked hard, you've paid your taxes, and now you're facing a health crisis that says, I can't do this anymore. And what is the first thing you feel? Fear. You are afraid that if you stop working, you're going to lose everything. You're afraid of the D word, disability. But I want you to change your mindset right now. Social Security Disability Insurance, or SSDI, is not a handout. It is your money. You paid for this insurance with every single paycheck you ever earned. But here is the problem, the Social Security Administration is not just going to hand it to you because you say you're tired or your back hurts. They have rules, strict, black and white rules, and if you don't follow them, you will be denied. And I do not want to see you denied. So, who qualifies? This is the big question. First, you have to meet the recent work test. For most of you watching, that means you must have worked at least 5 out of the last 10 years. You have to be insured. If you haven't worked in 15 years, you can't walk in today and ask for SSDI. You wouldn't expect a car insurance company to pay for a crash if you stopped paying your premiums a decade ago, right? It's the same thing here. Second, and this is where people get tripped up, is the definition of disability. Social Security does not care if your doctor says you are partially disabled. They don't do partial. It is all or nothing. To qualify, your condition must be so severe that you cannot do any substantial gainful activity, what they call SGA. In 2026, that means if you are earning more than $1,690 a month, the government looks at you and says, you're fine, go back to work. They want to see that your condition has lasted, or is expected to last, for at least 12 months, or result in death. +1. Now, I want to talk to those of you over 50. This is important. The rules actually get a little bit friendlier as you get older. It's called the medical-vocational grid. When you're 25, the government assumes you can go back to school and learn a new job. But when you're 60, they realize that asking you to switch from construction to computer programming might not be realistic. Your age, your education, and your past work experience are all taken into account. +1. But here is the fear, Susie, if I apply and get denied, what do I do? Listen to me, 60 to 70% of initial applications are denied. Does that mean you give up? No. You appeal. You stand up for yourself. You have to be your own financial advocate. If you undervalue who you are and what you've contributed, the system will undervalue you too. So, how do you apply without losing your mind? You do not wait. If you are disabled today, you apply today. You can do it online at ssa.gov, or you can call them. But before you click submit, you need your disability starter kit ready. I'm talking about every medical record, every doctor's name, every medication, and every W-2 from the last year. You need to prove to them, not just tell them, but prove to them, how your condition stops you from walking, standing, or remembering. And let's talk about the money, because you know I love to talk about the money. People ask, how much will I get? Your SSDI check is based on your lifetime average earnings. It's essentially the same as your full retirement benefit. If you are 58 and you qualify for SSDI, you start getting your full retirement amount now instead of waiting until you're 67. Do you understand how huge that is for your security? And here is a little secret, once you've been on SSDI for 24 months, you automatically qualify for Medicare, even if you aren't 65 yet. That is a massive weight off your shoulders. But I have to give you a Susie warning. There is a 5-month waiting period. From the onset of your disability, the government will not pay you for the first 5 months. This is why you must have an 8-month emergency fund. If you don't have that cash cushion, those 5 months will feel like an eternity. +1. You also need to know the difference between SSDI and SSI. SSI, Supplemental Security Income, is for people with very limited income and almost no assets. If you have worked your whole life and have some savings, you are looking for SSDI. Don't get them confused, because the rules for SSI are much stricter regarding how much money you can have in the bank. +1. I want you to be brave. If you are struggling, if you can no longer perform the duties of your job, do not let pride stand in the way of your protection. Go to the website. Gather your documents. If you get a denial letter, you pick it up, you call a disability attorney if you have to, and you fight. You have earned these benefits. They are yours. Protect yourself. Stand in your truth. And only then will you be able to say that you are secure.